So this is what we found on our trip to town. We had to pull over twice. Got a rough green snake off the road and a 3-toed box turtle. And those guys are just beautiful. Aren't they, son? And we found a rough green snake in our hop spines yesterday. Oh, look at this guy. I think he wants in for the turtle races. Okay, maybe not. Well, if you hear that noise, the clothes may not be drying today. Because we got constant thunder going on right now. I just got back from town with Monster Truck and we found those cool little reptiles. And I guess for about the next half hour, there's a tornado warning in this area too. So I got this big load of mulch and I'm taking that up to the garden because suppression is key to actually tame some of this stuff. You know, all this was barren a while ago. All that green, now it's just growing up with all sorts of stuff, including poison ivy, including greenbrier. This is so tasty. I really enjoy this. And if you look at them, there's a reason I kind of mentioned them being similar to asparagus sprouts. They're a little different, but the crunch is similar. Flavor's not too far off. But anyway, while I take this giant load of mulch up to the garden to kind of continue working through that, I figured I'd grab some of the rotting logs out of the woods here because I'm going to add them to the second Hugel Mound I'm building. And I'm also going to bury or add to the pile a number of dead fish carcasses. I'm not adding meat to the pile, but the bones and the skeletons and the scales and whatever the chickens didn't really peck through is what we're adding. So the cool thing is I can shoot these fish, right? With the bow and arrow, the rough fish, suckers, and buffalo. Wow. And carp, and I can fillet them up to eat them. We can take the fillets and eat them. The chickens will peck the carcasses clean. They love the eggs in them. They love the skin on them. They'll peck them absolutely clean. And then by the time all we got left is the skeleton, we can use that too by putting that inside the Hugel Mound, or we've buried some under plants before, or put them at the bottom of a raised bed and then build a raised bed on top of it. That's a good source of calcium and other, I don't know, nutrients, minerals, vitamins, something, you know, as time goes on to feed the plants too. So I just like living a life where nothing's wasted. And sometimes too we'll make our own fish emulsion where we use the rest of the junk and we just kind of let it sit in a bucket of water and use that as a fertilizer for the plants. So I'm gonna get out here, find some of these guys, try to avoid tornadoes and keep on. Man, that got a little crazy. Supposedly within about 20 miles of here there may have been a tornado that touched down. As always, you hear things, you're not there to confirm it yourself, thankfully sometimes, but there does seem to be periodical exaggerations and fear-mongering and stuff. But if there was a tornado close by here, we ran for shelter really quick, and I had to take the family to a building nearby where they got a basement. So I actually unhooked this myself. Oh, I just backed up to try to hook it back up, but you can see it's collapsing in that bucket. All of that back is still a little sore. So always use proper lifting even when you're excited and unhook something like that. I think my best bet's actually probably going to be to pull up next to it, so I can just move it to the side. I don't know if we'll be able to pull this thing forward. And more rain. I got too much work to do for bad weather. So I had some help because the little peppers came out. And what do you guys want to do?
Shoot the bow.
They want to learn how to shoot the bow. Because we picked up a bow for them yesterday. Why do you guys want to learn how to shoot the bow?
So we can shoot fish.
So they can go stick their own fish for starters, and then maybe move up to deer and turkey and who knows what else. Who knows? But we're going to get started and give it a try. Okay, now hold on. You other guys stay back. Now you remember how to put it on, right? Okay. So what we want is pretty level with this. So I'm thinking this needs to move up.
Oh, it's upside down.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Good job. So we'll put our one up. And then this to me, like pretty level with that right there. Stop. Back. You gotta learn how to pretty much look down the arrow with one eye. Go from there. Woo! Good point.
She hit it. Because I aimed lower. Yeah, just aim lower. Hey, you want to do nothing?
That was better. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Now it's here. Pull them out of the target. Grip, and you may even this is getting caught right now. So line up and try again.
Behind it. Ah, I keep getting over.
Yep, you'll just take time to learn.
I aim lower.
Well, you gotta learn to be able to look down the arrow and point it pretty much at this stage where you want it, but if you shoot for longer things, you gotta aim higher anyway to get over the top of them. In other news today, this rabbit, who we've bred several times and tried to get her pregnant and it never worked, finally, oops, I had some little babies. She's got 6 little buggers back here. Oh yeah, they're in there. Let's see. Yeah, 6 little babies back there. So we'll show you them soon enough. Let one of the little peppers do that. And here's some of our ones from last time. Oh yeah, you're cute. Yeah, you're cute, mama. So the sunchokes, some of them are starting to pop up already. And the real thing I'm wondering about is if the mulch is going to be deep enough or condensed enough that it'll actually hold the plant up, or if they'll just blow over in the wind. We'll find out. Good experiment to have. So I know I've got work to do unloading the mulch, and now I just added all that so I can make this Hugel Mound a little wider. We're putting a lot of different stuff in there right now, but I've got a number of fish carcasses, so I'm planning on laying down an extra row of logs to build this thing wider, put down some logs, put down the fish, put down some other things, put down some more logs, and build it all the way back up. And we'll see. Plus, where I'm putting some of that mulch, I'm going to scrape away the surface of stuff like I did here, and that'll be going on the pile. But we also have help. If he's still in the pen. He escaped! Where's the rabbit? Where's our helper? Never mind, the little peppers caught it earlier and put it in this cage. So there's a cute little rabbit in there. But sometimes I'll let the rabbits or other animals just nibble down a bunch of this stuff. And it left some of the Carolina geranium and grasses and stuff. But all those barren spots, you know, this used to look about like this, so it made it easier. So I haven't, you know, come out more than like a foot to 18 inches with an extra layer here. That's about it. But that'll be quite a bit by the time you add that all the way up. And I want to be able to bury the fish carcasses kind of on this layer and then go a little bit further out and still bring it in and over the top. So they're down inside there. So I'll show you what a good job those chickens do here in a second. So this is an example of a carcass that has been picked clean by the chickens. We took the fillets, the heads left, the ribs, you know, everything inside of there. There was eggs and guts and all sorts of stuff. It's clean, and then you got the fins. I mean, not really a lot of meat. It still smells a little fishy and may attract scavengers like possums or raccoons. So by burying it deep, hopefully it'll kind of mask it where they don't, you know, sneak in from somewhere out there. And then of course some of the animals and dogs and things, keep some of them away too. But to me, this is something we can still use. We get the meat, the chickens get a meal out of it. Whoa, a hummingbird just buzzed me. I don't know if you heard that. It came right by. So I'm gonna lay down a row of these and then put another row of logs on top, and then start in with some topsoil and weeds that I take from another area like that, some leaf litter from out in the woods. I'm not sure if I've got any soiled animal bedding right now, but if I got any of that, I'll toss that in here too with the manure. And eventually I'll have this nice Hugel Mound that's got an entrance between the poultry fence and the end of the Hugel Mound, and then I'll come out over to here, because we're still going to put in a little pond here, and I don't want little peppers to have easy access. So this should help, because pretty much I don't think the little peppers are going to be climbing over this to get in there. And I can even add a gate at each end or something too. We'll see how we do things. But it's a way to incorporate things into our landscape where we get rid of all this junk without just burning it. It'll turn into good soil over time. Protect our children from the pond. We'll have a nice little place for artichoke cucumbers there with probably a table and some stuff. Nice shaded area overlooking the pond. We've got plans. We'll see how it works. So check this one out. Whose archery skills are these?
Mine.
And you were a little bit away, huh? So she got 2 in the target, guys, and pretty good area. Based on the distance she was shooting, I think there's no problem with her being able to be out in the creek or the lake and you know, trying to shoot some carp with that placement. What you got, girl? Oh, more Ozark nest egg gourds, right?
No.
What are they?
They're chicken eggs.
Chicken eggs. Real chicken eggs, guys, from real chickens.
I got that one, that one, that one, that one.
Okay, well, you guys keep practicing, and we'll see when that spawn gets on a little bit better with those carp. We'll see if we can't do something about it. I got some new sharp arrows on the way too. Alright, so that layer of fish is buried, and now we've got the logs on, and then it'll be starting to add some next stuff. I finally got back to where I started almost, in that this load of mulch is ready to go to the garden. But I did pick up some rocks over there too. And just like the logs, I've got more rocks around here too if I need them. But these little peppers are going crazy. See, this is what I mean too with this greenbrier. Here's where I cut it off to make it come back from the ground, and it shoots up this young, tender shoot. It's got thorns on it, but they're still edible even, so. What are you guys doing?
Shooting deer.
Okay.
Is that the red thing in the heart?
Hey, hey, hey. Now you guys, if you look at the distance of this boy too, he just drilled this one. But he's only standing maybe 10 feet away. And the point is, you can get that closer, to the carp or to the suckers. The rest of you back up a little bit more. Yeah, he's got the draw on that bow. Oh, wow, actually, look at that heart shot. That's one he just shot. He's getting pretty good. Like, give red pepper a try. I heard she was kind of honing her skills.
I want to.
We'll give you each a turn right now. We'll work our way up.
Red pepper just.
We're working our way up. Monster truck, red pepper, then you. Whenever you're ready, child. Okay, a little high, but she stuck it. You heard that thwack. Whoa, look at your flights. There we go. And you won't have to worry about that with the fish arrows.
I know, because they don't have flights.
Okay, just below the heart there, guys. Pretty cool. Nice one, good removal. This is all new for these kids today. They've never done any of this.
Out of the shots I've done, I only missed 3.
All right, Pinky, give it a go. Show us what you're working with. Stay back, Sweet Pepper. Back up behind me.
Oh,
That's okay. You hit the target.
that happens all the time. Do you want to go get that?
And these are, no, he's not going right now. You're shooting. I thought that was a miss. That's okay. That's why we practice. And over here, guys, these big leaf plants, these are the pawpaws I planted last year. That bucket's the ones I didn't plant last year. I got an upcoming video about that, though. All right, kids, be safe. Keep practicing. I got work to do. Get up. Get up. Whoa. Ha! We're moving back by the mini barn soon here, guys. So yesterday, I almost made a gardening video, but we got distracted with the snake. Well, guys, today we're doing a little gardening, me and some of the middle little peppers, but look at what happened. Buddy, what did you find? What did you find today? Let me switch the view here. Yeah, he found this. Stay there, buddy. Let me get a shot. What is it? He found himself a rough green snake. So he was walking along over here by the hopspines, and it looks very much like a hopspine. He saw it, and you called your sister to let her know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they called me. And Sweet Pepper or Red Pepper just kind of kept an eye on it until I could get out here. Hey, don't be shellfish. So they called me, I came running, I verified the identity. Hey, you're gonna hurt that living creature, buddy. You have to toca suave. So, pretty cool. But this is where we like stuff like that. Like them just kind of making sure that things are nice up in the garden, right, kids?
Yep.
Buddy, you're getting too wild with that. It's kind of cute, huh, Bugger? You like that little guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, careful. It could bite you. You have to be gentle. You got it good by the neck. Just a nice firm grip, not too hard. Whoa. Whoa. What do you think, Bugger?
Yeah.
And after that, we built this little raised bed. Now I did use some filler from what was the exterior of the sunchoke bed. So some people think this might just turn into a sunchoke bed. But I got some strawberry spinach planted here, a couple other things, and the main thing here is going to be the beefsteak tomatoes, and then I put this up too. That's just my shade cloth. It was not raining yesterday, it was sunny, but I've got a variety of tomatoes along the bottom of there. And actually there are, I think, some chocolate ones, some yellow ones, and then some black ones. But I don't do tomato cages anymore. So I'm using this utility panel. I'm just going to run a wall. But the cool thing is, kind of from here, it's going to create this wall effect that I'm going to get going all the way around my garden. So you've kind of got this wall of green with maybe some archway trellises to come into it. That might work out really well, because over here some bottle gourds, and one of them got stepped on or broke last year. So you see down here, bottle gourds, baby bottle gourds, baby bottle gourds. So if I make a little trellis right across here, I've already got the seedlings in place. Might have to do that. But anyway, today, this load of mulch, the main goal, I've got to fill in some around here and some things I was working on. But the main goal is to progress. I've worked my way through a lot of this garden, but I've got this untamed corner of the garden. And as you can see, here's where I plan on putting a Hugel Mound with a window. But I got to finish up some projects here with this tree first. There's a number of unfortunate things up there. So the chickweed is growing wild here like crazy. A number of other things. This has all got to get mowed down and mulched. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And clean up these extra branches and stuff. So at the moment, that's what I got going on. That's how far I made it today. And we just went off grid. Why did we go off grid? Well, the power's out. And supposedly it should be almost midnight, if not tomorrow, before the power comes back on. Unless it's the big one. If it's the big one, then we're off grid permanently. A lot of work, guys. Still not got that trailer unloaded, but I'll show you what I did do. So, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's actually a lot less of that green stuff like center screen. It used to fill this whole area. And then up in here, I decided to work from that corner down. Got a couple corners, different edges. I just gotta bring in all these edges, overcome this middle part, and figure out kind of what the beds are gonna look like underneath here. But I've got a few more branches that need to come out of that tree first, because there's some issues up there. Oh, long day, a lot of work, but such is life. So guys, I'll talk to you next time. Maybe we'll see those kids using the going bow fishing soon enough. They're doing all right. And the germination test on the Ozark nest eggs gourds are still underway. I'll let you know when we know something. Pop out. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.